let's look at a few more examples of finding the average rate of change using an equation or formula. So number 8, let f of x equal 25 minus x squared. Find the average rate of change between a equals 1 and b equals 3. So we'll be using this formula here, and that average rate of change, so it'll be f of 3 minus f of 1 over 3 minus 1. So the denominator is easy to find. That's going to be 2. But we do need to find f of 3 and f of 1. So remember that f of 3 is just going to be plugging 3 in everywhere for x. So I get 25 minus 3 squared. And f of 1 would be doing the same, but replacing x with a 1. Okay. So 25 minus 1 squared is 24. That one's easy enough to do in our heads, but it's probably faster if we make sure that we get this in a calculator. So if I use that equation editor, y equals, I put 25 minus x squared in there, and I look at the table. When x is 1, I get 24 for that y value. And then when x is 3, we'll get 16 for our y value. So we can fill that in here. And then f of 3 minus f of 1 is going to be 16 minus 24. So that's a negative 8 over 2, which gives me negative 4 as my average rate of change. Okay. Number 9, let f of x equal x squared plus x. Find the average rate of change for x between 2 and 5. So what they're saying here is that 2 is equal to a and b is equal to 5. So what I'd like you to do is pause the video and give this a try. All right, so hopefully you gave that a try. Let's see if we can work this one out together. All right, my average rate of change here is going to be f of 5 minus f of 2 over 5 minus 2. So do you know that that denominator is 3? That one's easy enough to do in my head. And then I'm going to need f of 5 and f of 2. So let's make sure that we feel solid about what that means. So if I plug a 5 in everywhere I see an x, that's going to give me 5 squared plus 5. If I do the same thing for 2, f of 2 is going to be 2 squared plus 2. And we can certainly type those in by hand or do them in our head, or I'm going to go ahead and put these in the equation editor. So I have an x squared plus x is what's going to go in there. Make sure I get that other thing out. And then if I go over to the table, I'm looking for f of 5, so that would give me 30. And then f of 2 is going to give me 6. And so I have 30 minus 6 over 3. 30 minus 6 is going to be 24. Divided by 3 gives me an average rate of change of 8.